taking time and joining us today. We couldn't have asked for a better panel. I think each one of them is unique in their own right and creating a phenomenal restaurant business. So before I start, a big round of applause for all of the dignitaries on the panel. I'm going to start with each one of you in your own words. I mean, none of you needs an introduction here, but in your own words, I just need very quick 10-second introduction along with what are you creating. So we'll
Yeah, thank you. I am from Vidyarthi Bhavan. I'm the managing partner there along with my father. I am into this family business. We are one of the legacy businesses in Bangalore, but we have been here in this F&B for the last more than 8 decades, and we are into the South Indian cuisines.
My name is Raghavendra Rao. I'm the founder of the Rameshwaram Cafe. We are into the chain of the South Indian restaurant, spreading our culture. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. My name is Vimal Sharma. I'm the founder and the CEO of Snow Chocolates. Our core business is chocolates and desserts. And we've been obviously a Bangalore-born brand and proud of it. And we'll be completing 10 years this year.
Hi, I'm Johnson Ebenezer, the co-founder and the chef patron of Farm-Lord, a farm-to-table restaurant that seats only 18 people, and we just got featured in Asia's Point to Watch as well. It's a small little restaurant where we divulge on experiential dining.
Hi, good morning. My name is Ewan Ravi. I'm the chairman of Awardsma Bean Boxing Friends.
India, it's only
40-year-old chain run by a family. My father started it along with me. Now I have a big team and we have around 8 outlets. And thank you for this, sir, for Mr.
Sure. So I'm gonna take Raghav and Arun first. You have businesses which look pretty opposite from its outside view. While Raghav speaks about scale and opening stores at a lightning speed, at a lightning size. I mean, with a size which is as massive. But why do you call yourself, Arun, a lazy business? What kept for 8 decades us very content with the with our expansion? Can you have some more mic?
It was not a lazy business, it was a legacy business, I told.
Okay.
Okay.
But from what I'm referring to.
Okay. See, the thing is, when it comes to our restaurant, Vidyarthi Bhavan, when it was started for a livelihood. So over the years, this has attained the status what it has earned today. And I feel these businesses like us, where legacy term is there always, I feel it's just not inherited. I think legacy is earned every single day. And what we have been doing is giving the consistent food, what we have been famous for, and giving it consistently. But as you said, yes, there are new outlets coming at crazy speeds and growing so fast. But being in this business, certain things I think we should stick on to what we are good at. We should not chase trends. Yes, I am happy that South Indian food is got a global recognition these days, and thanks to new age restaurants and even South Indian cuisines, as you said, IDC is taken over burger, pizzas everywhere. Yeah, so very happy about it. And brands like us being in this, I think we should stick on to our roots, not just chase trends. And certain things people consumer, as you said, consumer behavior have shifted very much. certain things they expect what it has to be. If we change, I don't think so they will come back to me for that.
Back I have a conflict. So my job is to state controls.
That's how we work. So I need something which kind of goes against what Arun's thought process is. How automation disrupting this market and creating CLL and really feel.
The brand like Vidyarthi Bhavan, they shown us the path. We are, the budding generation. They are the legends. They shown us what is South Indian food is all about. The respect towards South Indian food we learn from them. And as he said rightly, this is not, every day is a challenging to us, to prove ourselves. This is not like we have done and we have set everything, and we have to prove each and every day to be the best. Instead of saying the best, the consistency what we deliver on daily basis. That's South Indian food is all about emotional. Too much of emotional contents are involved in it. It is not. It's not like too much of machines involved over here. The humans which are you can't make it much mechanized also. Saying that the having consistency with all this exclusive having struggle in the manpower, taking them on daily basis, it's quite challenging. But saying that everybody have their own story to tell. So Vidyarthi Bhavan has their own story to tell. Rameshwaram has got their own story to tell. My intention is to spread this culture globally. I truly believe in our culture, and I South as an I represent. I want to take the I want to club all the states. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, Telangana. There's so much thing, so many stories to tell to the world what South India is all about. Even like when we started in a small way with 800 SFT of space, and the story what we had earlier and the story what we are telling now is entirely it's shaping up with all daily we have a difficulty, daily we have challenges, saying that we don't want to expand rapidly. We just taking baby steps, and saying that we don't want to have many outlets also, and that's what the
Probably yearly galaxies when you then you look at it, I'm going to go on also on the similar question, but how has business evolved in last many years with the consumption growth? Especially when you're looking at purity foods, you're absolutely right. Or a balance between quality, emotions, and economics. So give us throw some light, both of you, before I come the moment to sort of elaborate.
As I said, the consumer behavior, it has changed rapidly, and the expectations are quite high. And from our point of view, having history is both advantage and a disadvantage, because I carry the legacy, but I carry the pressure, because the expectations are always set very high. And before even they walk into a restaurant, because of the social media and the access to the information available, the expectations are quite high. But when it comes to unit economics, a city like Bengaluru has grown so fast, so rapidly, and there is a cosmopolitan kind of a population that is there here, and the kind of crowd, if you say 2-3 decades back to the kind of crowd what we have, is entirely different. Especially we have seen that growth on a weekday, normal weekdays it would be the regulars. On a weekend it's all social media crowd who have a lot of expectations. So the consumer patterns, behaviors are changing, and parallelly the South Indian cuisines are getting a global recognition, so everyone is embracing. And when it comes to this idli dosa, earlier it was just for breakfast. About 3 decades back, these South Indian cuisines were only for breakfast. But now you can term it as an all-day dining.
I had
Yeah.
Delhi, Bene, Bangalore, which is the Bene restaurant which is opened in BK, very close to my place. And I've been there 5 times. Every time it was crowded. So yesterday I had a chance to have vada in the night and exactly what I
See,
saw.
that's what.
And it's
These,
only
yeah, it's a all-day dining. In fact, North Indian cuisines, especially the roti dal, is earlier outside wherever you go, Indian food were only roti dal or palak paneer, paneer butter masala. But nowadays it's idli dosa.
yeah.
Yeah.
So do you, how have you respond to the immersive quality and unique comics? Now, how do you balance?
The kind of opportunity what South Indian food has. South Indian food is no more just a South Indian food. It's an Indian food now, globally been recognized, and so much of opportunity we have. So, saying that the world is welcoming us. Entire world wants to know what is Indian food is all about, and it's a wonderful opportunity to young generations to understand what is our culture is all about. As he said rightly, connecting to our roots. We are not something we are trying to we are inventing something new. We are trying to discover what our ancestors what they have created. So we are believing in our culture, taking our culture globally. That's what we are here for.
Well, every model I take, my first customer was Jayan Bagan, Sagar. And then my first restaurant was Danpati, identified people who owns Dotakas. So historically, South Indian food has been very much in demand. But I think entrepreneurs like you are 1,000 entrepreneurs have been all example, but they carry a brand action to the opportunity, and I think that's another applause for our panelists here. I think you guys are really disrupting it, really, the opportunity. Won't you want to elaborate on what we're discussing there?
Hi. Hi, Mr. Sajib. So I'm very happy to listen my other friends when they're talking about. One says about emotion. Food is not just like a business. It is emotion connected to it, as Sir has said. And the memory should carry on. The good memories of eating in a place. So that should bring him back with the same expectation and should live up to it. So they know they already picturized your food in your mind already once. And when they come back, waiting in the queue, and then come and sit, they want exactly the same. So that becomes a big challenge for any famous restaurant, any good eatery. So this we have to keep it up. It is not coming for free because they're all your food fans. They have expectations on you and you have to live up to it. And when it comes to South Indian food, I think it is an amazing food habits and it is very easy on your stomach to digest also. Unlike so, and our traditions of South India are very tender. All festivals. Take it Karnataka alone also, there are different areas who make sambar differently, chutney differently, dosas differently. Yet we all enjoy that. It is the same with all the states of South India. There is slight difference. We have biryani, South Indian biryani is itself, so many varieties are there.
On Stone Week at Kerala alone, there are 50 plus per day.
Yes.
See, it's so that is very easy.
So how's Nagarajara going about we get you? Our beginnings were very small. With a 60-seater, I don't know whether we get a customer for the evening or not. So we used to wonder sometimes, will it, like our sir said, no, they were very small beginnings. We used to wait for customers to come and saturate our tables to go sit there everywhere. But slowly, over a period of time, we have not lost the courage. And giving good food, 1 or 2 customers praise you also, that was like a strength for the ongoing days. And by around 3-4 years, we have become a little famous. We didn't know. When you come out, they say Nagarjuna, Goddu. Then I got scared. Like, no, go inside, do your job. Don't become. Take it into your mind that you have become famous. Famous means lot of responsibility, as Arun sir has told. It is a responsibility. You have to live up to it for the years coming. It is not simple.
So I'm going to back to storytelling a bit.
With the two of our other panelists. So, Chef, could tell us about how much of your food is about emotions and how much is it about experiences and storytelling and what goes about it.
So the name itself, initially we wanted to name it as lore, Lore, as in storytelling through food, as in folklore. But then because of COVID, it didn't happen. And I had to move that dream into a farm where I could, control every single aspect of it. So yeah, so it came into the farm and it became farm lore. Then it's completely about the story of the farm. So what we grow there. Just to understand, 300 years back, we never had tomatoes in India. We never had tomatoes. But now, can we take out a tomato from any of the Indian dishes? We can't. So that's the story which we want to say. And like, I have one particular dish which I just came across, the story of how Bangalore got its name. Benda Kadalu, like I'm a Tamilian, but I know it's the city of boiled beans. It's like a king who went missing when he went for hunting. He was offered, hospitality was there, he was offered by boiled beans to the king. An old lady offered boiled beans. Those are the stories which I want to tap in. And I want to bring those stories back here. In Vivipuram, we have a festival here every year. Like you have the Avarbele festival. Avarbele Mela is there, which talks about that particular bean. So we want to tap into those stories. This month we have April 3rd was World Aquatic Animal Day. So we have a dish which portrays about how coconuts came through water and it from Indonesia and other places settled down in Kerala, and how coconut has become a part of an Indian cuisine as well over a period of time, millions and millions of years. And we want to tell that story, how it traveled through spirulina and other stuff in a much more different way, where it is, we sell an experience more than just food. The menus keep changing every day.
And you don't tell people what they eat.
I don't tell people what they eat. They come, we only ask them one. We tell them to come with an open mind, and that's about it. Or you can let us know if you're allergic to anything in particular, and for anything in cultural differences as well. So if you don't eat pork, or if you don't eat any particular mushrooms, you could let us know and we could cater around that. So it's become more of an experiential dining. People don't know what they are going to get, but they are there for the story and the experience.
Because I'm going to keep telling you to plus or these one project way because I want to see you pure pride and innovation. So we put Raghav just opened a 75,000 kp per other South Indian restaurant, and his Chef Joe serving only 18 packs in a created environment. So what you see is conviction of a very different kind, and it is a consumer for all innovation. So I'm going to come to one of my favorite brands, Sabur. First, what I want to ask you, is it a retail business, cafe business, or a gifting business? As in, how do you see yourself, and how you like team on this salad of food areas?
So it's a good question, right? So I think before I get into it, see, one of the things that from day one, right, we have battled, from day one. We've always been in a very strong offline. That's our motto, right? So when you're creating or you're trying to create something in India that probably people have not experienced before, right? We have experienced chocolates, we have experienced desserts across the world. So for us, it was a very, very important piece of the puzzle was how do we launch, right? Do we launch through massive amount of marketing money? Do we go online? Do we just be a retail store? So the answer is no, we're not a retail. We are a experiential, offline desserts and a chocolate brand. Very similar to, I think, successful Indian sweet shops are, right? So there's a touch and feel about it. There's an emotion about it. So I'm glad that I'm sitting with everyone who has, those 3 or 4 attributes, right? One is you have to have the quality of the product, is consistency. You have to have a trained team, and you have to have a outlet that sort of lives and breathes experiences. Now, if you go back, I think 10, 15 years ago, I found even in let's say in Bangalore, right? I used to visit multiple restaurants, be dosa places and all that. And one of the things that still remains very good that time was the quality of the product. I think what lacked at that time, the people didn't have the foresight on creating a better experience out of it. Right? Today, if you look at it, I think Sir has sort of changed the dynamics, right? That when a customer wants to go to an outlet, it's about indulging, it's about experiencing the product, but in an environment, right, that also educates them about something. It gives them that feel, right, that there's a premiumness to it. There's a special touch to it. So previously, I think that's what has shifted. And for a brand like us, I think it was always challenging to enter the market and challenge something as powerful as chocolates across the board versus the Indian sweets. But to answer to your question, we are a offline dessert chocolate experiential brand. So of course, it's combined with the cafe. That's the combination. Initially, we did start only with chocolates, but the consumers told us something different, right? They said, whenever they came, they said, hey, your desserts are good, but what about food? So that's the difference. I think the consumer, if you are in, let's say in Australia, if you visited a dessert store, you rarely find food in it. But Indian consumers have the love for food. So then we had to figure it out, what works with the desserts. If it's a Western dessert, it's a chocolate, what works with it? So it was not about just, putting, let's say, a traditional food, right? What can we do to complement them? So for us, it's been very much that. The bigger part to it is that when we've established, we are now about 10, going into our 10th year. Every location has to be different. We just cannot, it's what we call it is horses for courses, right? So a Lavelle Road will be a very different look and feel. The menu also might have certain additions that is for that area. Indiranagar will be very different. So for us, it's very important part to it that when we build something, when we expand, it doesn't the model, it doesn't have to be the same box everywhere. It has to fit to the community. It has to fit to the within that, what is the key specialty to it.
This is so, but one of the things you can scarlet between your businesses is marketing. So give us a sense, and I say to you, in terms of how do you create brand awareness? How do you create? I mean, one thing which you've highlighted is how you evolve as a consumer offering and consumer insights. But give us a sense as to what goes in making up a brand, especially with the millennials and Gen Z. So any lessons for our fellow restaurateurs, cafe owners on the marketing strategy that lesson?
We'll sing the demo that I'm already.
You're going to? Okay. So for us, marketing is first of all your visibility, right? So where your locations matter to you, right? The second is your product. So we do not go out, spend money on TV ads or newspaper ads. For us, it is about inviting customers to try the products, sample the products. That's very important for us. So, and also inviting, right? So we spend more money asking people to come, try the product, give the feedback, engage with them, build the community, right? So recently we just opened our 68,000 square feet experience center, right? And this is something that it was a foresight we built over the last 3-4 years. We said, why don't we turn our manufacturing unit where customers can walk in anytime and see what we do, how we do it, and we can also teach them what to do. So this actually is a marketing itself. So you're building a brand through inviting customers to be part of the journey, understand what it is, ask hard questions, and get the answers, right? So that, I think, in today's age, that's the most important thing, right? If you want to build a brand, you want to sustain it, it is all about engaging customers with your product, engaging them, inviting them to be part of it, the journey, and building the community.
So, you know, it was in my early days of franchise, I used to love this. So we used to say that, you know, franchise is very as important aspect it tells, but this is double proprietary. But actually, a very easy to correctly says franchise is the number one marketing standard. When I say franchise, what I mean is that when you bring a store close to a consumer, its awareness and its marketing actually helps. And just to give you a perspective, where Burger King was launched in India, in the top 5 cities, the awareness was best at 18%. Today, the awareness is about 60-65% as a brand. That creates an impact for a global brand like Burger King. In other topics of India, has seen in terms of this sort of thing. So, rather, give us a sense, you know, very top 1 or 2 strategies you're using or your marketing key issues of being focused on being for brand visibility.
It's all about something like the product should speak rather than we speak. Our customer, if I like the food, I'll convey him. If he likes the food, he'll convey you. That is a chain. That is a chain what we believe in. Saying that the storytelling, how unique we are, in what sense, how the storytelling is. See, he has a wonderful story to tell. The farm lore, you know, the uniqueness what he has brought. That's the storytelling. Why they had to come? You know, what is the reason? You know, if we stick to our the story, if you believe in what you're telling, then world will believe you.
But you involve influencers, you involve these new age mediums to sort of promote any.
See, maximum, while, see, irrespective of what are the product I cook, how people should know that, you know, to know the world what product we have a wonderful modes now. The Instagram is being very crazy. It's a wonderful platform. So using such platform to say to the world what we are and what is our culture is all about. And currently our the food bloggers, they're doing wonderful job in doing so. And we call them as anadatas to us. You know, irrespective of what or we are today, they are the one who will showcase what we are to the world. And they're being very honest in what they're doing and saying that, you know, the customer, they should tell to the world, you know, yes, I have come over here, I experienced it, you should also come. So that's what it makes sense.
Any strategies from
Hello, sir. So we actually started off with word of mouth, like no customer eat and go tell somebody. So there were evening
we sound that. But you know, we have some fellow
that is the best marketing that will live for long. That is one. Two, nowadays the social media has come. In that also, my customers are able to promote me in that. See, try once, Nagarjuna, whatever. But your social media, being active on your whatever, now people know that you are creating it and selling it. So even that, if customers are doing it on their own, it will help you more.
becoming personally also success. Oh yeah. One user, all people will read food user one make one mistake, guide it off the side way.
Yes, yes.
Ultimate.
No, I think social media is intelligent enough to judge what is like, no, bad or good or whatever. They will know it. There are people who will throw stones when you are available. Only fruits bearing tree will get stones. So if you are successful, you are going to face more problems. But that's okay. That's part of it. We'll grow more fruits.
So, check you people community, how do you do your is about they can not make it you just well, yeah, or very serious about.
Yeah. So yeah, the very first thing before we started Farmlo, we did the lore as in storytelling. So I did a small little 18-seater taking to people's homes and doing this event, which is called Lore at Home, for almost 3 years. So in that way, I built a base. And after building a base, COVID came in and we were not able to get the restaurant in the city. So I had to find a space where I don't have to pay much rentals. And that's why it is inside a farm. So the lore went into the farm. So it was, of course, Kaushik who owns Atria. He is the person behind it. I said, let's open this inside a farm. Let's tell the story. Immediately, what we did was we put solar panels above, and I said, because it's inside a mango farm, I will cook only on mango wood, pruned mango wood. And luckily, last week I got a call from Restaurant India asking me to say, like, you have been cooking with mango food for all these years. Can you tell me how to go about this? So that created a story after so many years. I didn't know. At that time, it was just COVID, where I have to cut out gas cooking. And
You don't ask the class the trailer for the top. So, so, this is right, and then I was you. I really mostly just show here for the purchase of beers, and other has the store next door. And my authority would invariably go to this store, and I kind of didn't get an opportunity to go.
But I opened Geo already is taking American Geo.
There was a pop-up store of Buford which was selling or probably live. And that's they said to me, you are this big store is open, a pop-up store in one of the iconic conventions that the next tech on Bangalore. And I'm in the point that I went to the white pit store and actually opened it. So you know what? Said you decided to hire this that's been used to him, and I think they will say usually to phone the customer create secret that he comes to you so or both it. I'm gonna talk before I come to the last question. I don't know, yeah, but I'm on the last span. So that you know how have in a bit certain legacy of so about that right? Give us a sense how do you view this new rate customer you really highlighted about the social media. Give us a sense on that. And being a custodian versus creating disruption, you know, how do you balance it out?
Yeah, it's a nice question. The thing is, see, we have been through so many years, and earlier the customer trend was different, as I told you. Now, new age customers, their requirements and needs are entirely different. And one thing is common in all of us, if you see, in any business, what kind of segment we are into, whether legacy or a new age or a disruptive business like Rameshwaram, which is for the good. The disruption that has happened in the South Indian industry is for the good. The first and common factor for all of us would be the passion. First thing is the passion, whether it's a legacy business which is inherited or a new business that has started. You should have, first thing is the passion. The next thing is the patience. And the third is the perseverance. With all these three, and addressing the new age Gen Z customers. See, when I look at my business, there was a point of time where you said about the marketing. In earlier days, as you would know, it was only the print media who used to come and write about you, tell something good or bad about you. So it was a time when we come to know about that he is from the print media. We used to tell, okay, please take care of him well. So nowadays, each and every customer who walks into any restaurant is a journalist by himself. Okay, before even he pays the bill, he would have written good or bad about it based on his experience or his expectations. So you just can't read anyone or whether he's a VIP or not a journalist or something like that. Every single customer who walks in is equally important because he takes back and tells to other people what he expected and what he got out of it. And food being a subjective thing, it's very difficult to satisfy 100% of the people. But at least I personally feel if you satisfy more than 80%, more than enough, because good things are carried forward. It has a ripple effect, and very few people talk about good things. Only when you fumble, when you fall a little, that has a much more larger ripple effect, because people who have bad experience take their time off to write a bad review. Who have a good experience, they don't take time off to write a good review. That's a general fundamental attitude of any human being. And coming to our brand, what I found was just sticking on to what we are doing and giving good food is not sufficient. As you said, the storytelling around the brand, the narratives has to be good so that the next generation would learn what is there, because they don't come in a clean slate before they walk in. Even they might be the first time customer to Vidyarthi Bhavan, but their thought process would have been filled with so many equations and formulas that they expect this, that. So if you are not met that expectation, that's a big challenge for you. So for us, as he said, legacy is a challenge as well as a curse. But we should build narratives and do storytelling so that they get some. As food is an emotion thing, you have to build around it. The fundamentals, you don't change anything. Your fundamental doing of good food, consistent food, those are all always there. But use the tech platform. Earlier, tech was a supportive platform. I feel tech now is the backbone of our industry.
How many of you depend on Swiggy or Zomato for your business? But obviously, your vote, right? So, does Nagarjuna or Vidyarthi Bhavan have a substantial Zomato or Swiggy dependence?
See, it's not the dependence kind of thing, but as I said, the people, yeah,
Sizable business with them.
to begin with, when this delivery business started, even today, even I am not for it, because what we are selling in our place is an experience. We want people to come there and experience. Initially, I was not on Swiggy, but I was forced to be on Swiggy by customers. They said, "Why are you worried? We'll eat whatever you give. You start giving it. We can't come and wait here for 1 hour." So I was forced to be on Swiggy over a period of time. And to be honest, I really don't prefer to go with, especially this South Indian food, no? It has to be eaten fresh and hot. Unlike other foods, yeah, especially dosa, it will become soggy. So it's a biggest challenge is to keep the crispiness, which is not possible at all. So certain foods, South Indian food is okay with packed foods, but my food USP is the dosa. I don't prefer eating Swiggy, but still I'm on Swiggy and Zomato because of customer pressure.
Feel it on the see the Monday. Yeah, it's and you come again. But yeah, so for us, Swiggy and Zomato are part of it, right? So I think it does help us because when you're putting up a huge capital expenditure on your offline, right? It helps you sweat your asset better. So I think we have to accept the fact that they are here to stay, and you sort of have to make the best out of it. You have to challenge yourself to do products that can be at least 60% of the experiential when it reaches the home. So the innovation is very different in terms of packaging. Innovation is very different in terms of what product you put on the and sell it. So that is very important for us. Now, as far as the quick commerce is concerned, look, we're seeing is a huge craving now, between the hours of about 10 till 2 in the morning. So there is that, the quick commerce. So basically the snacking items for us becomes a very crucial part, right? If someone wants a piece of chocolate, now we have the ability to, go place an order and you get it in 10 minutes.
And what's the margin base you
Come again?
How many sales you bring?
We are basically now in 6 cities. So we are in Bangalore, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Chennai, and then Delhi, the NCR region. So we're in the 6 cities right now.
Current generation, the IT, most of the people, they work from home now. and they don't have time to cook. And this is the only mode for them to get the food from wherever they are. And the challenging with South Indian food, again, shelf life is very less. When it comes to chutneys, that too during summer, hardly. See, there's a hot food next to it, chutney. Summer outside, hot outside, and again the hot food with the chutney is hardly 15-20 minutes. The chutney shelf life is when it is outside with the normal temperature. It's very challenging, very, very challenging. The South Indian food is very good when it is consumed hot, fresh. It's more of experience, we should experience hot. Otherwise, it's just a food. We are doing pretty good volume. Again, it depends on area to area. We have an outlet in Brookfield where there is 30% is all online, 30%. And when it comes to Rajajinagar, hardly 5-10%, because more residential sector over here, they want to come to the outlet and experience. And
So, things Swiggy's and others are becoming valuable with your very large real estate cost, and then you put in a huge form.
exactly, yeah.
Still, it becomes quite a really give us a sense. I mean, not just for your businesses. I mean, your businesses particularly aren't very dependent, but I see a lot of conversation today when if Swiggy and Zomato goes out of my business, I'll go bad, but I'm not. Actually, it's a loss-making business for me. This is
So it's a wonderful platform. Again, we should justify to our customer also after paying so much. If they don't experience the same what we saw at the outlet, it's a quite challenging. But saying that as the time constants, traffic, people, nobody has time to come out and experience. So we are trying to develop the new way of packaging system also, saying that the again current the containers what we have it, some containers they don't support South Indian food if it is eco-friendly. The for example sambar, you have to, you by default you have to put it in plastic container only. It absorbs, it soaks. So there's a lot of challenges in packing system also when it comes to South Indian food. So apart from that, of course, as the young generation, the current generation, due to the time constraints and the traffic, of course, it's a wonderful platform to have.
You want to access. Swiggy and Zomato are right now even on experiential dining. So there's District, the wing of District, which does experiential dining and stuff like that. Yeah. So like I get the highest number of calls every day through the Zomato app to make a reservation. Yeah, for table booking, it comes through the Zomato app and I get calls. I reroute them to my website to make a reservation because the platform is not, I'm not tied with them. But I get quite a lot of calls through Zomato to make a reservation because I'll not be able to see the number. I'll just see Zomato on top. Yeah, so that makes me understand that I do get a lot of traffic even though I'm not there with them here.
Yeah, I don't know how we are doing it back, but I think we made this have like for one question. I think with this panel, I can do a fireside DD room there for 40 minutes, but please pardon us, we are time. So, concluding remarks, I want to dare for me, and this is most critical for any business, to be sustaining, right? So, with real estate costs, with marketing getting very, very near the hour right now, food costs going high, and Italy becoming very other four different. Instead, you guys, most of you rather, Mariko, from Mikai, the bomb, for its food, are the numeric side. So give us a set of unit economics as for patient analysis. Then see colony culture and paint.
Nowadays, I feel when it comes to economics, you should divide the whole thing into three parts. One is your food cost, one is your operating costs. The other operating cost also involves the marketing, and the rest, what you get is your profits.
in your case, you don't have any this, right? So, but you put it in operational cost.
Exactly. See, rental, yeah, we have our own building, but rental plays a huge difference, especially nowadays. Massive. Yeah. In fact, when you talk of franchisee models, nowadays people are looking at making the landowner himself as one of the partners. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
About passion, perseverance. There's a movie called Fargo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. I think it's a fundamental thing. If you don't have that, you just can't enter into this business just to make money, unless you have passion and patience.
And the patience within Vimal has spoken about Raghu Mutegri. I mean, it's becoming crazy, right? So,
Yeah.
so 3 points. You had a beautiful references. You got food cost, you got rental, and you had the balances around it.
Exactly.
Coming.
So earlier, I feel it was 1/3 of each, roughly. Yeah. But right now, the profit margin is getting shrinking because the other things are getting operational costs.
Profit is like massive.
Earlier, I am talking about 2 decades back, 3 decades back. That's why it was very lucrative. People thought food business was lucrative and jumped into it. Okay. But the whole dynamics have changed in the last few years.
Rentals are crazy. When it comes to Mumbai, Bangalore is 100 rupees, 600, 700 rupees per SFT. And saying that, South Indian food, you can't sell it at, at huge price. And we have to minimize we have to keep our food to get the volume. We have to keep our prices as limit as possible to get the high volume.
You should do our case study on the unit economics. You're not sharing your data with us.
So saying that, of course, it's an the area like what we have done in the Bamsandra now, we have taken a barren land and we have constructed. And luckily, as he said, we have involved even landlord also with us. And it's the best thing to have. And it's daily one challenges for us. Currently, the gas situation, what we are all facing. The what price we used to pay, what price we are paying now, it's almost thrice extra. And it is not only the rental, there are so many other expenses that keep on adding. And it's a challenging, it's a key.
What is the typical capex you put it in your store? Well, as a kg?
It depends on store to store. It depends on what is the size of the store.
It's changed off.
Yes, and yeah.
The amount of money which is going as a capex is
Huge.
going through the roof.
Yeah. Outlet to outlet, you can't be the same. You should tell some different story. So it's again interesting. See, being a creative person, I demand a lot. But again, the investors, they should think in their point of view also. But it's happened.
Anything you want to add to there?
Locations is,
Generally, so whatever we invest when we open our lounges, let's say, it's all location driven and you invest money, right? So we have a guidelines that the payback has to be between 24 to 30 months. So that's how we figure it out.
Includes capex.
It includes capex.
And OPEX for what operational profitability you try to achieve within?
Yeah, look, gross margin is around 72%. So that's how but obviously it kind of fluctuates because depending on the time of the year and then obviously with the crisis and all this. So that's what we kind of figured it out. Yeah.
when's the next store opening up?
I don't think so. Not anytime soon. For us, it's not the food cost. I think it's the labor cost which is the highest.
What was this division cost?
Open to share. 25.
25 is the cost.
Yes, 25. But for me, it's because our produce is much more higher as well because we divulge on growing a lot of produce around us. The cost over there is I pay for the farmers, I pay for the seeds which I use. These are really good seeds which I use there as well. And there is almost 12 people who take care of the farm alone. 6.
There's opportunity.
Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, that's. But again, it's growing. It's not there yet. The highest amount which I spend is my labor cost. My labor cost is almost 32 people working for 18 people. Yeah, and my chefs, most of them are coming back from other parts of the world. Guys who have left us, gone out, studied in the CIA. I have at least 5 of them who are working for me, who have come back to India and working for me. I had to take care of them as well. So that's where the money is going off.
The good that you're highlighting for Highland is the very important aspect which is becoming a bottleneck for scale. So around the three this the secure the so when you want to add to any expansion plan we didn't care from you on the expansion plans.
Expansion, we normally do it quite slow, only 2 years once or like that. Our first branch happened after 10 years. First branch. Then later to that, 3 years, 2 years, like that. Then we'll put our foot into one branch.
Entering into this, right? So
No, not like that. We go by our comfort. If you are able to stretch, just stretch that much. You can. Don't try to do juggling or too much beyond you can handle. That's the basic.
both of your location are all micro or they're micro?
See, already market was built and I'm going there. Nothing. See, if 10 restaurants are doing there, I'm happy to go there and open. Somebody has already done my marketing there. So it is easy. Go there, set up your business. And when it comes to rent, most of these plant and leaf restaurants, you can't afford too much of rent. So mostly I advise everybody to go for a first floor so that your rents are slightly less. And for us, plant and leaf eating is a good experience. I think it will last long. As far as people are not feeling they're soiling their hands while they're eating, that our traditional food. So if you get into the spoon and all, probably your connection with the food might slow down. But nowadays, judges, as you said, it's different. It's different. It's very difficult to judge what they want also. It can shift.
Thank you, Mark. That's all we have time for. So it's my closing note is that it's not just the South Indian cuisine which is taking over the world. It's the South Indian entrepreneurs who are leading the South Indian cuisine as well. So round of applause for this wonderful project. And thank you very much, Dr. Thank you, Talia.